students. Today I'm going to discuss general method. This method is used for calculating nitrogen present in the sample quantitatively. Quantitatively means how much exactly present in a given sample. And this process is quite big. So there is a lot of steps, instrumental arrangements involved in this process. But we are not going to discuss all those. Here today we are going to discuss only calculation part, where from questions are being asked in different entrance exam. So let's go to the whiteboard without wasting time, and let's see how we can calculate amount of nitrogen present quantitatively. Now, now think you are given W gram of the sample. Okay, this is the W gram of the sample given to you. Now you need to calculate how much nitrogen present in the sample. For that reason, what you need to do, you need to take concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, and now this concentrated sulfuric acid will react with the sample at a high temperature. Of course, there must be some other catalyst present, and all sort of bonds present in the sample will be broken up, and finally those compounds will be formed which are stable at that particular condition, and ammonia is one of the stable compounds in that particular step. So ammonia is being produced in this particular step. Now by doing so, half of the process actually done. Now your job is to calculate number of moles of ammonia present in this particular experiment. So if you calculate number of moles of ammonia present, the number of moles of nitrogen also automatically will be same, because you can see in one molecule of ammonia there is only one nitrogen atom. So number of moles of ammonia is equivalent to the number of moles of nitrogen. Now how can we calculate ammonia here? For that reason, we'll take H2SO4. Suppose you are taking m molar and V ml of H2SO4. Now what you need to understand, this H2SO4 is not going to react as a whole. Only the H plus produced from the H2SO4 is going to react. So the concentration of H plus in this particular process will be 2m, because one molecule of H2SO4 produces 2 H plus ions. Got my point? So for that reason, concentration of H plus will be the double of the concentration of H2SO4. So this is the concentration of H plus, and of course volume will remain same as H2SO4. So this H plus is now going to be used to calculate amount of ammonia present in the sample. Now there is one small problem, that we need to take sufficient amount of H2SO4 or H plus in order to ensure that all ammonia is being absorbed or is being reacted with the H plus or H2SO4. So there is a chance that you might take excess of H2SO4. So after the reaction, still some H2SO4 will be left, and that will create problem. For that reason, whatever excess amount of H2SO4 you are going to take, to neutralize that, you need to take some amount of NaOH. And suppose the concentration of NaOH is Mb and volume is Bb. So now what you need to understand, whatever concentration of H plus is present, whole amount will be utilized to neutralize ammonia as well as NaOH. So I can write 2m into V of H2SO4 or H plus is equal to the concentration of ammonia. So how to write concentration of ammonia? Let's write it like this. M of A V of A. Okay. Okay, just let's join them. Okay. So it will be M of A, V of A plus M of V, V of B. Now try to understand this. M is known to us. This is the concentration of H2O4 which we have taken. V is also known. Volume is also taken by us. Molarity of NaOH is also known. V is also known. But what is not known to us is the total. This is not known to us. What we are going to calculate. This is the total millimoles of ammonia that we are going to calculate. So MaVa, that is the millimoles of ammonia, will be equal to the 2m into V minus MbVV. So this is the total number of millimoles of ammonia is being calculated. Your job is 90% done. Now you need to note it down. I'll be going to the next page. I just pause the video and note it down. Now number of millimole of ammonia now is equal to M 2m into V minus MbVB. Okay. Now therefore number of moles of ammonia or nitrogen also you can say is equal to 2m into V minus MbVV into 10 to the power minus 3. This is the number of moles of ammonia we have produced. Now if you want to calculate mass, therefore mass of nitrogen is equal to the moles into atomic mass. Simple. So 2m into V minus MbVV into 10 to the power minus 3 into what is the atomic mass of nitrogen? 14 gram. So this is the total mass of nitrogen you have calculated. Okay. Now our job is to calculate amount of nitrogen present per 100 gram of the sample. So we can write now by unitary method W gram of sample contains how many gram of nitrogen? This much, 2m into V minus MbVV. Into 10 to the power minus 3 into 14. Therefore 100 gram of sample contains how much? X. Now just note it down. I'll be going to the next page and we'll get the final calculation. So X will be 2m into V minus MbVV into 10 to the power minus 3 into 14 divided by W gram of the sample into 100 in percentage. So our calculation is done. Now guys, think in place of H2SO4 some other acid is given, or in place of NaOH some other base is given, then in that case what you are supposed to do, you need to do some sort of modification in the equation. And what will be the modification? Let me explain that. See, your concentration, final concentration will be n factor of the acid into molarity, and concentration of base will be n factor of the base into molarity. So now the molarity of acid will be replaced by this and molarity of base will be replaced by this. So now if you do this replacement, then we'll find n factor of acid into molarity. This is the concentration of acid into volume of the acid minus n factor of base into molarity of base into volume of base. Now, if you just calculate all this together, then you will find it is coming out to be 1.4. So I'm writing 1.4 divided by W of the sample. Now you can see this particular formula, and I hope this formula by which you can calculate any sort of calculation for Geldal method. I'm giving example. Let me erase that. Suppose you have given that you have a sample where amount of sample given is 10 gram, okay, and you know, for neutralizing ammonia produced from there, you need to use H3PO4, and the molarity of H3PO4 you are using 0.02 and volume you are using 100 ml. Okay, this is your volume, and whatever excess acid will be left behind, it will utilize calcium hydroxide to neutralize the excess acid, and for that you are using molarity 0.01 and volume is 20 ml. So now you are asked to calculate how much nitrogen is present in the sample. Now I'll be replacing all these values here. So X is equal to, see that these are all different kind of acid, different kind of base I have given you. So n factor of the acid here is n factor 3, here n factor 2, because 2H minus can be produced, here 3H plus can be produced. So I'll write 3 into molarity, and molarity is how much? 0.02. Now volume is 100 ml. So this is the concentration term. I have this term, total millimoles of H2SO4 has been written down, minus n factor of base is 2, molarity is 0.01, okay, into volume is 20 ml. Now divided by 10, okay, into 1.4. Now check it if it is right or not. Everything is written down, okay. So let me put it in the bracket. Now see this, how much result is coming out. I'm doing it with the help of calculator. So guys, I have done all this calculation with my calculator, and the result is coming out to be X is equal to 0.5972. So this is the percentage of nitrogen present in the sample. Now see this, in a complicated calculation like that, we have not gone through any kind of trouble, because we know how to use all this formula, and then it's all these factors, n factor of acid, base, and everything, and then finally we have come to this conclusion. So now Geldel method is a very simple for us, and I hope all of you can solve any problem asked from Geldel method. No, meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.